Hey guys, Mr. Dalzell here. We are going to look at how to solve this algebra question just following our steps as we go along. So like every question that we've been doing so far at the beginning here, we're always going to do our very first step here, which is going to be looking at getting rid of subtraction. By doing that at the beginning, we're working only in negatives and positives, and then that really helps us when we go into solving our distributive property. So looking at my question here, I don't want this negative, so I'm going to cross that out and make my 4 a negative there, or at least the subtraction. And I have subtraction here, I'm going to cross that out and make my 40 a negative. And so now all we're working in is the negatives and positives. We've gotten rid of all of the subtraction. Our second step that we're going to do is we don't want those little brackets there. So we're going to get rid of those by doing the distributive property now. The distributive property again means that the number in front of the brackets is going to go into the brackets. And 4 is going to be multiplied by y, and 4 is also going to multiply negative 4. Same thing here. The 3 is going to multiply into y, the 3 is going to multiply into 7. And it's a very good habit to write those arrows. Nothing to do on this side, so all we're going to do is now multiply that out. 4 times y gives us 4y. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16, and that one's done. We go to the next one. 3 times y is 3y, plus 3 times 7 is 21. And again, if nothing in front, it's always multiplication. This side of the brackets, nothing to do, so we're going to leave it alone. So we've gotten rid of our distributive property now. So our next step, combine like terms. Now you notice I haven't solved anything. I'm just simplifying things. So let's simplify again. I'm going to simplify variables, combine those together, and I'm going to simplify numbers. Why leave them apart when I can put them together into a smaller group here? Now I'm only going to do this side. Once I'm done this side, I'll look at this side here. So I have 4y and 3y is going to give us 7y. Negative 16 and 21, watch your integers, should give us a positive 5 answer, and we're done on that side. And over here, 10 plus negative 40 gives us negative 30. Now you'll notice how much our question has changed from here down to there. Pretty tricky looking, not that bad anymore. So now that we've done that, this was all our simplifying rules. Let's look at solving now. And our first step that we're going to do in solving is we're going to get rid of the variables on either side. Now you notice I only have one variable though. So there's no variable on this side, so we can skip that step entirely for now. If we look at question or part number 5, now we're going to get rid of this constant. I don't want the 5, so let's get rid of it by doing the opposite operation. The opposite of a positive 5 is a negative 5, and what I do to one side in algebra, I always do to my other side. What ends up happening now is that 5 and negative 5 will give us 0, and those two will cancel out. We put a line underneath to show that we're done that step. And now we do it to the other side. Negative 30 and negative 5 is going to give us negative 35. Really watching those integers. That's what we get there. On this side now, we're left with 7y because the 5's have canceled out. At the very end then, what we want to do is we want to get that variable by itself. And how we do that now is by doing the opposite operation again. Right now we're multiplying by 7. Okay? So the opposite of multiplying by 7 is to divide by 7. What I do to one side, I'm going to do to my other side to stay consistent. And what I get is 7 divided by 7 doesn't cancel out, but it actually gives us an answer of 1. And if we have 1y, that's the same as saying, but we just have y. We have one of them. And on this side, negative 35 divided by 7 gives us an answer of 5, but a negative divided by a positive gives us that negative answer. And now we've gotten y by itself on one side. We got a number left over. So what we get is y is equal to 5. And the very last thing we should do then, like on every algebra question, is check our answer to make sure that we're okay. Okay, hopefully that helps as one example. You can look back on this to see. You can stop it at different points to see what I've done. Good luck. Hope this helps.